The blocks are there for support in the hip area. So the soles of the feet are together. Yeah, you just take them out a tad, the blocks. Yeah, there you go. How does that feel? Yeah, okay. Do you feel supported? Okay. Underneath. Okay, how does that feel? Supported? Okay. Just can I bring it up a tiny bit higher? How does that feel? Okay, good. Yep. Okay, good. Okay. That's fine.
Really good here.
A wee bit more higher. Now, okay. So you're going to rest your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. But Tracy, you're going to just rest your palms on your thighs with your palms rotated up. Okay. And I want you to close your eyes. And we've been practicing this from week 1 essentially. Our Samavritti, so equal breaths, breathing in for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 4. Breathing into the chest, into the ribs, into the belly, and now today we're going to also breathe into the hips. Just mentally taking your breath into the hip area. Just taking your awareness into your breath and into your body. Trying to park all the thoughts to one side. Because you can pick them up again once your practice is over. This is an hour of physical yoga practice dedicated to your body, your mind, and your breath. One more complete breath. Breathing into your chest, your ribs, your belly, and then letting into your hips. Exhaling all the way out, and then releasing your arms by your side. We're going to extend your right leg away. Now, as you extend it away, you need to rotate the knee to the ceiling and then extend the leg away. Now, Teresa, you're just going to bring your right knee out to the right and bring it back in. Place the sole of your left foot on your calf, or if you can make it all the way up into your inner right thigh, place the foot on the inner right thigh. Place your right palm on the front part of your right hip. So you're encouraging that right hip back and down. Now you can keep the block on the left hip underneath your left hip for support, but the right block will be just moved to one side. So this is lying tree pose. So if you want to have a wee pick up, this is what it should look like. Your left knee is out to the left, sole of the foot on the inner thigh, or the calf, or the ankle. Your block is underneath your left thigh for support. So this is lying tree pose. So the foot is the side of the thigh, not on top. Okay, the side. That's it. breathe in. And on the out breath, you're going to slide the right foot back up to join the left foot. And then you're going to lift the left knee up to the ceiling and extend the left leg away. Facing the right foot on the inner right thigh, or left thigh, or inner left calf. With the block either underneath or without. Supporting the thigh or the knee. And then Teresa, you're just going to change sides. So your left knee is now right angle, right leg is up. Good. Placing your left hand on your left hip to encourage the front of the left hip, to encourage that left hip to go back and down as opposed to rising up towards the ceiling. And then breathe into the right hip. Try not to grip or hold tension. So once you feel somewhat safe and comfortable in this position, just try to release and let it go. You're not kind of in a standing position where you're activating all the muscles. That's it. So as long as you are doing the other side now from the previous one, so now equal, both sides are now done. One more breath, breathe in. And on the out breath, you're going to slide that left foot up to join the right foot for one breath in. And then on the out breath, slowly bring both knees up towards the ceiling, soles of the feet flat on the mat. You're going to need your belt for this one. Have you got wrap the belt around your right foot. And I just want you to have a peek up at me first, because this is, the hip area is vulnerable. So I just want you to practice safely. So, you're going to wrap the belt around the sole of the right foot. And then bring it back to your tabletop 90-degree angle. Holding on to the two straps with your two hands. Nice and relaxed, nothing too strong. Now, the right hand is going to do the work first. It's going to pull to the right, bring in from the knee down to your ankle, externally rotating it away, okay? Then you bring it back to center, and then the left arm internally rotates, bringing the ankle to the knee, to the left, okay? So gentle movements, go back to your right angle before you start again. The right brings it to the right, back to center, and the left brings it to the left. Okay, so it's rotating ever so slightly. You're talking like a few inches in opposite directions, going externally and then internally, but always keeping your right angle. Always keeping your right angle. So, lower this. So relax this knee down. Bend this knee. That's it. Can you bring this ankle down? Good. So this is your right ankle. Okay, so imagine guys that you have a Rubik's Cube underneath your knee and you don't want to release that Rubik's Cube underneath your knee. And then this arm is going to gently bring it, yeah, you're only going an inch or two, and then bring it back to center. Using your arms, keep this ankle down, right angle, Rubik's Cube. And then use this hand, yes, okay. Slow movement, just take it very slow. Okay, so you may not need to use the belt as much because you're not, okay? So I want you just to lift your knee away from the floor and then externally rotate and then internally rotate. External. That's it. So use, yep, like a little lever. Your arms are doing the work. That's it. Good. Coming back to center. So hopefully you've done it maybe 5 or 6 times. You keep going, Teresa. Alrighty. And then come back to center, and you're going to extend the right leg as far up to the ceiling as it may go. Now your knee might be bent, that's okay, just keep it bent. That's it. So just a little stretch of the right leg up. Keep the foot flexed if you can. Your arms and your hands are nice and relaxed. Now you're going to extend it out in front, Teresa. Just extend the leg. That's it. Holding it there. From here, you're going to gently bring the leg towards you, towards your face. Again, it may only go a few inches. This is Supta Baddha Ustasana. Try not to lift the tailbone. The left knee is bent. The left knee is bent. The left foot is on the mat. That's it for support. And then take a hold of the rope with your right hand, the belt with your right hand. Place your left hand on your left hip, and you're going to release the leg over to the right. Again, it may not go too far. You go as open as your body allows. With control. Try not to force it, because this is intense movement for the hips. Good. And then bringing it back to the ceiling, nice and slow, belly in, and then undo the belt from the right foot, and then you're going to try the other side. So taking the left knee up, wrap the belt around the left foot, come back to your right angle, so have a peek up to make sure. Right angle is where the Rubik's Cube is underneath your knee, and then the left hand is going to pull on the belt to bring the foot out to the left, externally rotating the left foot out to the left. And then the right foot is like a little lever, bring it back to center, and then the right hand is going to bring it internally, back to center. So slow movements, close your eyes once you've got the movement, then see the ball and joint socket, or the hip socket, sorry, the femur that goes up, the femur is the thigh bone that goes up into the hip socket, and it's a ball and joint that makes and creates this movement internally and externally. And all of the mobility in your hip also comes from your glutes, your piriformis, which is in your back connected to the tailbone, the spine, your psoas muscle that goes from your spine all the way around to the front of your thigh. It's the only muscle that connects your upper body to your lower body. So there is a lot of work area, muscles in this space, that is all connected to the strength and the mobility of your hips. Okay, so once you've done it 5 or 6 times, then start to straighten out the left leg. And then you can keep a little bend in the knee if you need to. And then with the hands, not pulling too severely, keep the tailbone nice and relaxed down towards your mat. Just draw that left foot towards your head in that direction. That's it. Good. The right knee is up to the ceiling. The sole of the right foot is flat on the mat. And then take a hold of the belt with your left hand, gently bringing the leg out to the left. You may not go too far. Breathe. Right hand is on your right hip, just so that the right hip doesn't lift. And then coming back to center, release the belt from your left foot. Lower the left foot down to the mat. Place the belt to one side. And then take your knees into your chest. So you just do one knee at a time, Teresa. Just do one knee at a time. That's it. Breathe in and just rock from side to side. Back to center. So you do opposite leg down. That's it, Teresa. And then reach the right arm up and over your head. We're rolling over to your right side to push the floor away and come up into your seated position. So this will be fine. So in your seated position, we're going to either have your legs out straight, depending on how comfortable it feels to you, or into your cross legs Sukhasana position. Sitting on the block for a little bit of leverage, you're okay, Teresa. And then you keep your legs at a right angle. Placing your hands on your thighs. That's it. Relax your shoulders. So we're working the neck muscles first. So rotate the nose round to the right, round to the left. Don't be afraid if you need to have the legs straight, just have the legs straight. Round to the right, round to the left, back to center. Drop the right earlobe to the right shoulder. That's it. Breathe it in. And back to center to the left on the exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale over to your right. Center. Over to the left. Back to center. Now shrug the shoulders to the ears and release. Shrug. 3 and 4, now big circles. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Good. Arms and hands spread in the wide. Clench. If you want to, you can also take your Baddha Konasana. Soles the feet together. The hips should be a wee bit warmer than usual now, flip-flop. So you shouldn't feel it as tight in the hip area, and then circle one way and then circle the other way. And then relax the arms just down by your side. We're going to reach the right arm up to the ceiling, and now keep your sit bones pressed into the floor so they don't come with you. Your left hand goes to the floor, and you're going to first support the left hand. Supports you as you side stretch over. Keep the shoulders stacked. Try not to have the right shoulder or the left shoulder going up to the ear. Have the shoulder back and down. Good. Shoulders are stacked, so the top shoulder's not coming forward. So that you're creating space from your armpit all the way down into your waist. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Other side. Left hand up, right hand on the floor. Breathe in, lengthen first. And then on the exhale, over. Try not to lift your left hip. Right shoulder back and down, that's it, good. Breathe in. Breathe out, back to center. We're going to just rotate round to your right. So breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, hold. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, center, all the way over to the other side. Breathe in, hold. Sitting up tall, relax the arms just down on the floor. They're nice just for placement. So the rotation's happening in the trunk from your belly button, working through the spine, and then back to center. One more each side. Breathe in. So the arms just move, and then they release down to the floor once you're in your position. Breathe in. And on the exhale, rotate. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, hold. Breathe in, come back to center. Now we're going to come onto our hands and knees. There you are, Teresa. So, just bear with me, I'll get a chair. In your tabletop station, we're going to practice our cat and cow. So hands, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then dropping the belly button down, belly button up. So Teresa, you're going to hold on to the sides. Like just the chair closing, and then you're going to bring your heart forward and your tailbone back, and then you're going to bring your chin in and your tailbone forward. Okay, so same action as if you were on the floor, but now you're on the chair. Okay, so tabletop, spreading the hands, strong arms, hug the forearms in, arms don't move or bend the elbows, and then drop the belly button down, head up, tailbone up. Keep pushing into the floor with the hands to really strengthen those arms. Strengthen the shoulders, the pecs. Breathing in. Breathing out. That's it, keep going. Lovely. So all you're doing is coming forward and going back. Coming forward and going back. Good. Then come to a neutral tabletop position. And you are going to release your right leg out behind, toes tucked under. And then, that's it. And then you're going to lift your right leg just in front of you. Don't allow the lumbar spine to release. So when this leg lifts, this happens, okay? And I'm exaggerating. So this happens, the tailbone collapses down. So tuck in the tailbone but keep the leg lifted. So that you are a nice long spine, that's it. And then when you're ready, if you want to do a little spinal balance, take the left hand away. Left hand away. Good, and you're going to take your left hand up to the ceiling. That's it. Good. Draw the navel in, super strong, beautiful. Place the hand and the knee back down. Trace the hand and foot. And the other side. This time the left leg goes out behind. Lift the left leg up to the height of your hip. And then the right arm, when you're ready. Tucking in the tailbone. Try not to move into the lumbar spine. Good. Keep looking down so the crown of the head's in line with your tailbone. One more breath, breathe in. Breathe out, lower the knee and hand back down. Well done. Take a little break and take your knees out wide and bring your sit bones down to your heels. And you can come onto your forearms, cup your chin with your hands, fists, or lower all the way down for the full. Take your option that best suits your body. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, lift your gaze. Rock your body back up to tabletop position. Knees underneath your hips. Now, a little different than what we normally do. We're going to take the right leg out behind. The toes remain on the mat to begin with. We'll add on as we progress. We're going to slide the toes and the leg out to the right. And slide the toes all the way to the left. And when we go to the left, we look back at our toes. Then we slide it over to the right, look back at our toes, and then slide it to the left. Now, start with the feet on the floor so that you can get the motion. When you feel up to it, you can also lift your leg just no higher than your hip, and then swing the leg out to the right, and then back to center, swing the leg out to the left. Swing it out to the right. That's it. And swing it through center over to your left. Good. And then place that knee down. Start with the foot. Extend the left toes out. Slide it along the floor. Taking it all the way out to your left. Looking up at the toes or looking over the toes. And then behind, look to your right. Two more. To the left. Slide to the right. Last one. On the floor and to the left. Then lift it if you are choosing to go that little bit deeper. Over to the left, back to center. So now you're engaging your glutes. So you're activating that left glute, squeeze it to help rotate hips. One more. All the way over to the left and now back to the right. Good. Place the knee back down. Tuck the toes of both feet under. Hover the knees away from the floor. Keeping into your tabletop position. So try not to stick up the tailbone or the sit bones. Tuck in the tailbone. Draw the navel in a lot. So you, for the same effect for you, Teresa, if you sit up and bring your knees up. Hover the knees. Just relax your arms around your side. Hover the knees. That's it. So you're engaging your core. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take the right leg out behind. It's the right leg out. You're still hovering the left knee. Still in your tabletop position. Take the right foot in and take the left leg out behind. That's it. And take it in. And then lower onto your knees. Say hello to your core. Okay. Step up with the right. That's it. Gently bring the hips forward. Gently bring the hips forward. That's it. That's it. 1 week, 7 3 up. Okay. So you can either choose to keep your hands on your waist or take your hands all the way up to the ceiling, or even cactus arms. Cactus arms. So we're strengthening these biceps, shoulders. Okay. Good. That's it. So you're going to, if you can, bring this. That's it. And then lean forward. That's it. So we're sinking into the hips. One more breath. Breathe in, stretching into the left quad. You should feel a stretch in the left quad. And then grab your blocks. Have your blocks either side of your right foot. Placing your hands on top of the blocks. If your back toes are tucked, untop your back toes. Press the front of your left foot into the floor And then, Tracy, you're going to straighten one leg. Keep the other leg, other foot underneath your left knee. So if you're doing, yeah, and then your left foot underneath your left knee. That's it, good. And then flex your right foot. That's it. So this is a hamstring and a calf stretch, or half split. Your hips are square. Your hips are square. Flexing your right toes up to the ceiling. And how deep you want to go depends on your mobility. So listen to your body. Everybody's different here. So if here and you don't really feel much of a stretch, you then fold forward over the leg. And the more forward you go, the deeper the stretch. So please believe me, the hamstring can easily snap. And I don't want that to happen. So listen. Listen, listen, listen. Toes to the ceiling in that direction. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, slowly rock the hips forward with your blocks. And then take your hands to your waist. Take your hands to your waist in your low lunge position. Bring your hips back and then change sides. So the right knee comes in and we're going to step up with the left. Yeah, step up with the left. Good. Rock your hips forward. So we're stretching the quad first. So if you bring both feet now, Teresa, into a 90-degree angle, yeah, like your Rubik's Cube underneath your knees, and then lean forward. That's it. Hands on your waist, and then into cactus. Draw the navel in. Now cactus is option 2. Option 3 is to bring the arms all the way up to the ceiling. What happens then is the ribs want to come forward. So we need to use our core muscles to bring that ribs back to protect our organs. Good. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to your blocks. And then slowly bring those hips back. The left heel is glued into the floor. Flexing the left toes. And one side you'll find is a little bit more tighter than the other, or maybe a little bit more looser. So don't think you can go straight into it like you did on the previous side. Just listen to your body first. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, fold if you're going for the deeper stretch. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, slowly come away from your leg. Start to walk the blocks, bending deeply into the left knee. Bring your hands to your waist. Bring the hips back. And then we're coming to standing. So slide that left foot in. And then step up with your right. That's it. Now turn the blocks, or take the blocks to one side. Now, you're going to stay seated. Or are you going to stand? Okay. So, in our standing position, we want to, I'll just move the chair ever so slightly back if you need it. In our standing position, we want to concentrate on the feet. Toes align with your heels and the four corners of your feet. So your inner ball, outer heel, outer heel. Press it strongly into the mat. So have a peek down. Make sure your toes are aligned with your heels and your feet are hip distance apart. Okay, good. Then we lift out of our hips, and how we do that is rather than crouching down, we create space in our trunk, in our torso, not lifting the ribs forward, but just lifting the ribs up by tucking in the tailbone, drawing the navel in, lifting the heart, shoulders back. From here, we're going to bend both knees over our ankles. Don't allow the knees to come in. Don't allow the knees to come in. So sit back down as low as your sit bones can go without forcing it. And then when you're ready, option 1, hands onto your waist. Option 2, cactus. Option 3, reach. Palms facing one another. Now, we're sitting in our chair or squat pose, Utkatasana. So, the legs are the ones that are working the most, okay? But we also engage our core. Tuck the tailbone in, so you have a nice long spine. Beautiful, and breathe. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, looking at a point beyond the end of your nose. 1 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Take your hands to your waist and stay in your squat in your legs. You're going to step out with your right off your mat. That's it. Stay in your squat. So your right moves out to the right and you stay in your squat. Stay in your squat. And then bring the right foot in and change sides. So the left foot goes off your mat, stay in your squat, both knees are bent. Both knees are bent, that's it. So your body moves over with you, so it doesn't stay on your mat. The rest of your body moves too, okay? That's it. And then bring it back. Stepping out, bring your body with you. That's it. And then bring it in. So when you bring it with you, you're not bringing it all the way over to your left. You're bringing it back to center. Back to center. So the legs are doing the work. Out to the right. So this is, you know the New Zealand rugby players that do the, what is it called? That's it. We're doing that. And back. 2 more. Now bring your body with you. Bring it back, stay low. Bring it out. Bring it back and stand up tall. So.
Very good that it's over there. Oh, that's over.
Squat is one of the best poses to do, not only for your legs obviously, but it's also good for your hips because it's strengthening this baby here, these babies here, so this supports the pelvic area, okay? So we were stretching, we were opening, but it's so important to strengthen as well, to keep these here mobile, alright? So at home, brushing your teeth, washing your hands after the toilet, get into squat, okay? Trust me. Every time, so you go to the toilet 3-4 times a day, maybe more, every time. Squat, wash your hands. Brush your teeth in the morning, brush your teeth at night. I'll be watching, okay? Right, we're back to our squat so that we can get into the right position for what happens next. We're going to take the weight over to that left foot, so already dig down into that left big toe. Step back with your right. Now, depending on your balance, you might want to take that right foot out a wee bit more to your right. If not, we're keeping them on the railway lines, and then we bring the torso upright. Now, this right knee, normally in crescent, we straighten that leg. Today, we're having it bent. So both legs are going to be bent, sinking our hips down to the floor. The back heel is lifted, so you're using the ball of your back foot, your right foot. Okay, so you're on the back of the ball of the back foot. The whole of the left foot is on the mat. Good. Now, from here, all we're doing is rocking our pelvis. So we're bringing our pelvis forward. Both knees will stay bent, not straight. And then rocking our pelvis back. I'll turn around in a wee second. So we're rocking our pelvis forward and rocking our pelvis back. Now, for the sensation, place your right hand on your belly and place your left hand on your lower back, upper bum. So use your hands to help your pelvis come forward and bring your pelvis back. Now, I want that right knee bent because I want you to see how it affects the quad and the right thigh, okay? So when you bring that pelvis forward, tucking the tailbone under, you should feel a stretch in that right quad, okay? That's going to help your hip flexors, okay? Your hip flexors, which makes extend, okay? Do you feel it, Claire?
Yep.
Okay, it's super good to keep those hip flexors strong, alright? So bringing it forward and bringing it back. 2 more. Forward and bringing it back. Last one. Grind into that left big toe, forward, bringing it back. Good. Lean forward, loading into that left thigh. Step up with your right. Give it a little shake before we start the other side. Just little intricate movements, and it's so impactful, yeah? But this, I can bet your bottom dollar, I know that you get injections and stuff, Teresa, but a lot of the time, guys, our lower back pain comes from our pelvis, comes from our hips. Particularly a little muscle, we have our lovely big, juicy gluteus maximus muscles, and they're the biggest muscles in our body, situated in our bum, okay? But behind those glutes is a muscle called the piriformis. And the piriformis sometimes is being asked too much of it to do the job of walking, sitting up and down, okay? The glutes get lazy, so the piriformis has to kick in order to do these here work for it. But then it gets loaded, and then it gets annoyed, and it says, here, I'm not doing this work anymore. Let me talk to the nerve. And then that little nerve, the sciatic nerve, gets inflamed, and then the pains start happening in the legs, okay? It's mostly to do with piriformis, nothing to do with your lower back. People say, oh, my back's sore. Oh, it's from sciatic. It's mostly to do with the piriformis being overloaded, doing the work too much. So we need to get all of this area working and engaged, okay? So by stretching our hip flexors, which is connected in from the psoas muscle that comes round from here into the lower spine, it knits in behind the core, it knits in behind these front hip flexor muscles, and then attaches to the leg, alright? It's the only muscle that from the top body to the lower body that brings the two together. Okay, it's the only muscle, and it's a wee wiry muscle, alright? And they also get overloaded and tight, and then that's when we have starts to ache in our hips, okay? Lecture over, sorry. So, back to our squat. Sitting neatly into our lovely chair, take the weight onto the right foot, and then step back with the left. Now keep that left knee bent. Again, you can take the left foot a little bit wider, or keep your feet on railway tracks. Once your feet is in position, then straighten up the torso, both knees are bent, and then place your left hand on your belly, your right hand on your lower back, and then gently bring your tailbone, tuck it in and under, the legs don't move, and then bring that tailbone back. Same action that you do in cat pose. Now we're on our feet. Bringing it forward and bringing it back. Good. Keep the shoulders upright. Try not to come forward. Forward and back. That's it. That's it. Good. And we have a wee quick pick. Keep those knees bent. Even a wee bit more, Suzanne. That's it. Forward and back. So bringing the tailbone under. That's it, good. And bring it back, one more. And back. And then come to neutral. Hands onto your waist, step up with the back foot into your squat, and then release. Well done, well done. You really felt that there in your thighs, yeah. So I would say that your hip flexors are particularly tight if you are really feeling it, alright? So really good to keep stretching. You know, go into the wall in the house, bring your heel to your bum. One thing is, people always teach you, oh, stretch your quad, yeah, after a run or walk, whatever. But they never mention the fact that tuck in this tailbone. Tuck it in, so bring your tailbone forward, and then this lengthens the hip flexors as well as the quad, not just the quad. And if you can't reach back and hold onto your foot, grab your belt, loop your belt, and like a lever, pull on the belt, okay? A house coat, the rope of a house coat, yeah? Alright, so stepping back with your right leg, bend into the left knee. We're going to rotate into a warrior two. Right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Shoot the arms out. And then rotate your nose round to the left. So, everything is connected, yeah? Everything that we've been talking about so far is connected. So these poses now is working on the strength of the legs. Because if we have strong legs, then we can support our pelvis, and the pelvis is strong, we can support our spine, core supports the spine. So everything that we've done every week leads up to the whole body. Good. Keep opening up the left knee to the left, don't allow it to come into the right. Gorgeous. One more breath. Breathe in, and on the out breath, straighten the left, reach the left arm up to the ceiling, so creating space between your ribs and your hips. And then we rotate over that left leg for Trikonasana. Left hand, or the back of the left hand, rest against the left leg, right arm to the ceiling, or you can place your right hand on your waist. Good. So both legs are straight. The top hand is, if you're bringing it to the ceiling, is in line with the bottom hand. So we're not taking it over the head. It's just above the left hand, or to your waist. That's it. Both legs are straight. Good. Breathe it in. And on the out breath, start to pull on the right ribs to bring the torso back up, right? Good. And then pivot your left toes round to your left, your right. Left. So look down at your feet. Make sure both heels are in line with one another, and 10 toes are pointed to the side of the room. Good. We're going to bring the heels in and bend the knees. So this is now a wide leg squat. Wide leg squat. Have a look down and make sure your knees are going out over each ankle, so we're not allowing them to come in. If that's too challenging, narrow your stance. We're going to bring our hands behind our thighs. We're going to grab onto that extra little bit of flesh, squeeze the shoulder blades back, lifting the heart forward, and then lift your gaze. This is called horse stance. I love that. Horse stance. Good. head to neutral. Relax your shoulders, bring your hands to your waist. Straighten the legs and toe heel the feet in. Toe heel the feet in. Good. Step up to the front of your mat. We're going to do the other side. So bend both knees. Step back with your left. This time the left leg is straight depending on your mobility. You might be here. And then start to rotate left shoulder, left hip, left heel. Warrior two on the right side. Shoot the arms out. No higher than your shoulders. And then rotate your nose to the right. Now you have a chance to peek at your right knee. Make sure your right knee is going to the right. Going to the right. Good. Relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Use the feet. So we talked about the four corners. So the four corners of your right foot pressing into the mat. And the four corners of your left foot. Lifting the knee, squeezing the thigh muscle. So the big quad muscle, hug it into your femur, your thigh bone. Good. Drawing the navel in, tucking in the tailbone. And then from here, straighten that right leg. Bring the right arm up to the ceiling for reverse Trikonasana. Right arm to the ceiling, reach it. And then start to rotate round and down over the left leg. Left hand can go to the waist or to the ceiling. Trikonasana. Both legs are straight. Both legs are straight. So your drishti, your focus point, is up at your thumb. Or if your hand's on your waist, you can look down at your right big toe. Stacking your shoulders, sorry for bugging my throat. Stacking your hips. Good. Breathe. Trikonasana. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, use your left ribs to bring the torso back up to standing, hands onto your waist, and then rotate your right toes round to your left. So we're going to face this side now. Good. From here, toes are all pointing to the left. We're going to fold halfway. I don't want to head out the window. We're going to fold halfway, or as deeply forward as your body allows, with a nice long spine, shoulders away from the ears, and I want you to either keep your hands on your waist or take your arms out, extend them out from your shoulders. You're going to bend the knees, keep the torso still, and then straighten the legs. So again, the work's in the legs. 4 more. 4. Good. 3. Just keep them out from your shoulders. That's it. Good. 2. Lovely. And 1. Good. Now bring your hands to your waist. Draw the navel in. Bring the torso all the way back up to standing. Pivot on your right toes round to the front of your mat. And then step up with the left foot. Good. A little balance. So we're going to do our tree balance standing. If it's too much, you can hold on to the chair, hold on to the wall. So we did our tree when we were lying down, Supta Vrksasana. So tree standing. Hands onto your waist. Lift the right heel away from the floor and rotate the right knee out to the right. So just place the toes on the floor to begin with. Again, action in the pelvis. Tuck the tailbone under, draw the navel in, relax the shoulders. You can decide, keep the toes on the floor to hold the balance, or take it to your ankle. Slide it up to your calf, not your knee. Or take a hold of the foot and place it on your inner thigh. And everybody's different. Some people have been practicing for a long time. And then when you're ready, keep your hands on your waist, or bring your hands together into prayer. Please don't place your foot on your knee. That's the only thing. Good. If you're keeping the toes on the floor, just keep the knee rotated out to the right. 1 more breath. That's fantastic. And then slowly bring the knee back to center and release the foot down. Other side, hands onto your waist. Lift the left heel. Rotate the left knee to the left. Place the toes on the floor. Get your balance. So sit up tall. Tuck the tailbone under. Draw the navel in. When you're ready, slide it to your ankle, to your calf, or reach down and place it on your inner thigh, not your knee. Lifting your hands to your heart. Fix your gaze. Keep lifting out of the hips, crown of the head to the ceiling. Keep pressing the right big toe into the mat. 1 more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release. Well done. Come into the floor. So you go to the chair. Okay. You're going to need one of your blocks out in front. Quickly show. So we're going tall. So you may be on your foam block just to elevate your pelvis away from the floor. And for some of you, you might be a narrow distance apart or a wider distance apart. Okay, everybody's different here. So we're going to just relax your arms by your side, and you're going to take your right leg over the block and join it to the left. Right leg over. Yeah, it's tough. Okay. This is strengthening our hip flexors, and then bring it back. Bring it back. Then take the left over the right. That's it. So you're bringing your knee up to your chest and bringing it down, the foot down. That's it. Good. So that's strengthening your hip flexor. All right. So again, over and back, over and back. Sitting up tall. You can keep at this height. You're welcome to keep in that height. Then we're going to try turning it to the mid side. Okay. Hands by your sides. Try not to kind of lean back and just let the arms do the work. Try to sit up tall. It's coming from the core and it's coming from these hip flexors here, okay? So lift and back. Good. Lift and back. One more. Lift and back. Looks like it's pretty easy to me. Okay. High side. Stay on whatever height that suits your body. Okay. High side. Lift. Don't sit back and back. Lift. Very serious expression there, Olivia. Lift.
Try not to kick it.
And back. Oh, anyway. Okay, good. So.
Oh.
You run out of blocks. Learn from my blocks, guys.
I'm exempt on excuse here.
Okay, are we ready?
You're enjoying this.
I am. I love it. Expressions. Sitting up tall. Lift that
Sorry,
arm. Don't slouch. Okay, we've been working hard on our back muscles. Now we're gonna lift. Woo! And then left. Good. Take your time. Left. Left.
Oh, Orla.
I'm only joking.
My legs are long enough.
I'm only joking. Right, we'll do it one more. No, I can't actually. But there was a girl, honestly, last night. No problem, but I could maybe. There was a girl last night and she was like, oh shit, swear to God, she's only 19. So, that's okay. That's okay. But she's brilliant. Anyway, so try one more time on the high side, just one more time, so only do it one each side. If you want to try with your toes pointed, it is a different sensation. Pointing your toes harder, yeah. And then, yeah. See, just like different things, how you tweak can have so much of an impact. Okay, good. Is it amazing? That's amazing. Okay, so strengthen those hip flexors, ladies. Those hip flexors are a major job to do. And if they're weak and not mobile, your back will tell the tale. Okay? So we're going to scoot the bum forward. We're going to stretch out our quads. So slowly lower all the way onto our backs. If you want to grab your jumpers, have them nearby so you can quickly put them on you. And lie back down, take in the right knee or left knee, doesn't matter. Squeezing, so you're bringing it up to your chest, Teresa, that's it, good. And then extend your opposite leg away, flexing the long leg's foot, heel onto the floor. That's it, good. One more breath, breathe in. Now you can choose, you can stay with the knee up to the chest, or if you want to, everybody is on the right leg, yeah, everybody's on the right leg. So take a hold of the right knee, all we're doing is opening it out to the right. So take a hold of the right knee with the right hand, and gently open the right knee to the right, but not lifting that left hip or left leg away from the floor. Going as deep as your body allows. So after that hip flexor strength, we're just stretching it out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring it back to center. Place the right foot on the mat, so the right knee's to the ceiling, and then slide your left up towards your chest. Holding on to the top of the knee or underneath the knee, squeeze, and you can stay there or extend the right leg away, heel to the floor. Just breathe, stretching into the quad, into the hamstring and the glute, and then release the right hand away, guide the left knee with the left hand out to the left, not allowing that right hip to lift. One more breath, breathe in, breathe out, come back to center, place the sole of the left foot onto the mat, and then extend it away, coming into relaxation. If you want to grab your blankets and grab pillows. Thank you.
Thank you.
You carry block to it. Kelly, you got one? Yes. Let me see. Do you want, I'm going to place that foam block underneath your feet, just so that you know how to follow it. Yeah? Okay. As you lie back in stillness, I want you to give yourself a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of thanks for all of the amazing possibilities of your body. Getting stronger and more mobile. Enriching your body, enriching your life. And with every breath, just allow your body to deactivate, power off, melt into the floor, and allow the thoughts to float on by. Bring in your awareness to the back of your head. Relax the back of your head, sides of your head, top of your head, forehead. Relax your eyebrows, eyebrow center. Relax your eyelids and eyes, nose, nostrils, cheeks, ears, upper lip, lower lip. And clench your teeth, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your upper lip, lower lip, mouth, jaw, chin, throat and neck. Relax your collarbones, your chest, heart, front ribs, side ribs, back ribs. Relax your torso, your belly button, hips, pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, tops of your feet, your big toes, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, soles of your feet, heels, your calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Relax your thumbs, four fingers, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back of your hands and the palm of your hands. Your whole body in stillness, relaxing all your muscles, ligaments, tendons, bones, every cell, every fiber. Relax. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. the Mona Lisa is just organized color. And you, a divine vibration from God, drunk on love, playing a ballad on the strings of life and sending you out into the world. In the infinity of everything that can happen and has happened, you happened. A literal living flame of love. Shine your light through each fleeting moment. Feel a world of revelation inside of you. Taking your awareness back to your breath. Expanding on your in-breath. Contracting as you exhale. Bringing your awareness back to the parts of your body connected to the floor, to the mat, the space that you took up, to the studio, your surroundings. Tuning into the signs. Your internal signs, breath, heartbeat. And then external signs. Birds, the wind, music. And come back to your bodies, bringing your awareness to your hands and to your feet. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently wiggling up your body. And then relax. Relax your hands and relax your feet. Bringing your awareness into your belly, engaging it a little as you slide your feet one at a time up towards your sit bones. Taking a moment here, allow the spine to adjust. And in your own time, bringing your knees one at a time up towards your chest, holding on to the tops of your knees or behind, rocking your body from side to side. Coming to center and reaching your right arm up and over your head, rolling onto your right side. Keeping your eyes closed. Just resting here for a moment. And then push the floor away with your eyes closed, coming up into a seated position, Baddha-Konasana, Sukhasana, legs straight. Try to sit up tall with your heart lifted and bring your hands together and rub to create heat. Placing your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes behind your hands, squeeze them shut, open, squeeze them shut, open. Look up, look down, look to the right, to the left. Rotate your eyes clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then close your eyes as you bring your palms together in prayer in front of your heart. Take a moment now to think of a little positive affirmation. Repeat it to yourself. And then repeat it again into your heart. Repeat it again for your friends in the studio. Repeat it again and send it out into the world. Take a deep breath in, lifting your heart even more, and as you exhale, bow your chin into your chest. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes. Flutter your eyelids open.